Hey fellow mobs, Mobi here. Welcome back to this final episode of Armored Drip. I ran a month-long contest to once again find the best drip in Rubicon. Striker Hutasa has been running the Western tournament scene until recently, and Inhibit Progress has been responsible for organizing the fashion contests on my channel for most of the past year, along with being an influential force behind the scenes in the Armored Drip community. I felt that these two were key members of Western Armored Core, so I invited them to be the judges, each picking a winner and an honorable mention.
Hey, I'm Inhibit Progress, and I manage the monthly Fashion Core contests. I also make content about mechs, and I'm mainly focused on Gundam and Armored Core 6.
Anyway, this is Striker Utasa. I run Stronghold Central, a Destiny 2 channel. I used to do Armored Core stuff over my main Striker Utasa channel, but now I'm doing Destiny 2 stuff on Stronghold Central, where I play very in-your-face Titan builds and try to solo a lot of content with them. Destiny 2 is in a good spot right now, so if you used to play it, get back into it. It's a good game.
Without further ado, here are your Armored Drip winners.
I really like this. Good work. You've done a good job, and I'm proud of you. I think that you've taken the grooves in the Knock Rider frame, and you've done a very good job of making them pop, making them look really good. I like how your eyes are kind of dragged to this section, because you have the soup up here, so it's very top heavy, but you've put decal work into the legs to make it very even throughout the whole thing. It looks like the core is almost opening up, which I think is very neat. I do love the colors, the Knock Rider core and the Knock Rider legs. I think that looks really, really good with Alba and like shade-eye.
I kid you not, the day before my interview, my voice started dying. But hi, I'm Plova. The name of the AC, Aoharu Kataha, is a mixture of two ideas. The main one is Aoharu, which comes from the gacha game Blue Archive, being the name of two tracks, Aoharu and RE Aoharu. The color inspiration for the AC comes from the two AIs of the game, Arona and Plana. And the nice sky pattern comes from a few wallpapers from the game. The panels were designed after GN cables and condensers found in Gundams from Gundam 00. And the Arona system decal on the head is a direct reference to the XS Gundam's Alice system. The goal was to make it look like the AC was powered by the stars themselves. And I took inspiration from a picture a member of a different server showed me of this cat called Dusty from the game Gravity Rush. I also added a funny blue archive Easter egg on the legs. If you look on the side flaps, there are 9 blue stars and 1 yellow star, which in the community is called an Arona bag, for when you get 9 1-stars and 1 2-star in a 10-pole. Now for the other portion of the name, Kataha. This has a pretty fun backstory behind it. In the last monthly Fashion Core, Mobi server's resident Hoshiyomi Petguin actually won with his Suisei AC, and I found that absolutely hilarious. Also around the same time, like maybe a week before, Hololive 4th Generation's Amane Kanata released a new song for her album, Kataha, and that's when a stupid idea occurred. What if not only did a VTuber AC win the monthly contest, but also the drip contest? So here we are. Kata translates to fallen wing, and in the music video for the song, Kanata has only 1 wing, so I swapped out one of the original back weapons for a suit. Besides that, I had to tweak a few decals, like adding her signature shuriken-shaped halo to the halo decal on the chest, adding the Hololive logo on the shoulders, and the 3-section eye on the head, which are colored after Kanata's eyes and resembles the Gundam EX's eyes or the Yekai's from Star Wars.
I really like asymmetrical ACs. Not only is it asymmetrical, but both sides also have asymmetrical false lighting. You can see here there's orange lights on the right side and blue lights on the left side. I also really appreciate the amount of mechanical detail they've put into the AC. For example, you can see that there's extra cameras on the head, there's vents there and on the back of the core, and a targeting sensor on the eye, even intake fans for the vents on the shoulders. I really like that the vents are like half covered. I really appreciate the people who take the time to add those kind of details that people might not see. I also really like the fact that it's asymmetrical with a pattern and that they extended the pattern to the legs, yet still made it asymmetrical. I can't imagine the amount of effort it took to add the pattern onto the legs. I don't care if it's less realistic, but just seeing someone do it in a different way is really nice. Oh yeah, also, I really appreciate the fact that the shoulder here and the leg here has ladders for the pilot to climb onto. Isn't that cool? It's deceptively simple, and there's a lot of micro detail which I really appreciate.
Hey, I'm Cherry, aka callsign Yukim Izuki. When I first heard about this drip contest, I had less than a week to submit my entry. Looking at previous drip submissions, I knew this was going to be something that I'm not gonna win, but wanted to partake in anyways because of how fun it would be. The previous contests were also very inspiring. I really loved seeing other people's creative expressions, which motivated me to push when working for this. Since there was no particular theme, I decided that my starting point would be to finish this AC. For this rework, my two main themes are fighter jets and asymmetry. My decision to use predominantly symmetrical parts was intentional. The first thing I worked on was Alba's shoulders. I looked at it and for a second and thought, wouldn't it be cool if the flat surface had depth? I spent the whole night trying to figure out how that would work, and with some encouragement from friends, I think it's the best happy little accident I've ever made. Using the techniques I've discovered along the way, I would continue to use black and white gradient decals and adjust their width, overlaying them on top of each other to make fake paneling and help them making that asymmetrical look. I also used some decals found on fighter aircraft. As far as the colors and camo goes, I wanted to be a little different. Black, white, and red are super popular colors, so I avoided those for my main colors and went with blue and silver combo. I took inspiration from aviation artist Keith Ferris and used triangles to create the zigzag pattern and also applied it on the weapons.
This one's beautiful. What the hell? This is so cool. I already knew it. The moment I saw it, I was like, that's probably going to be my winner. Gold. I'm a sucker for gold. Everyone knows this. I think gold on AC, I think it's very regal. I think it's very much like royalty. I like the wooden pieces right here. I think it looks really cool. I think this AC is neat, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. Good job, Emprist, and you are my favorite child today. Good job.
Hi, it's me, Emprist again. I'll try to make this one quick since I don't want to drop a massive wall of text for a Mobi to read. About Fallen Legacy. It started as me playing around with the gradients to create the illusion of 3D on the decals, which you can see clearly on the core. Then I apply them on the arms and legs. And that's about it, really. Other than that, I just put more regal decals on it to pop out more. The Avalon logo on there is just an excuse for me to add those diamond-shaped decals. The same from the last video, Crimson Drill, although it has been updated for this contest. There is no fancy lore behind it, unfortunately. It's kind of up for interpretation. The Damascus patterns on the weapons was inspired by Retro Vendetta submission on the monthly challenge. And lastly, the wood-like decals was inspired by the one Twitter post by official Armored Horror account. And that's it. I'd like to thank Mobi for hosting these drip contests. It's been a lot of fun interacting with the other AC decal artists and meeting a lot of talented people in the community.
So I know that Skull One Gabriel, the builder of this AC, has Greek heritage, and it's always really nice to see people incorporate their own heritage into their art. This is magical. He's basically using his cultural background and combining it with his skill set to create a wholly, entirely unique piece of art that only he could create. And honestly, that's why I think this one cinches the victory for me. Like, do you see this, Mobi? Like, this is insane. He even put filigree in these tiny little bits. It's like one of the classical Greek jars that get excavated from archaeological sites with all like the paintings on them. I like it when themes are cohesive, but I also like mechs that have contrasting themes. Classical Greek art, futuristic, hyper-lethal mech warrior. How much more different can those things be? And yet Skull One Gabriel has managed to make it work. And he hasn't just put in random decals as well. A Spartan helmet, Poseidon's trident, trident, an olive branch, a globe, a wine glass, gemstones. Every single component is unique, but there's also a level of consistency between the parts. This is a masterpiece. I can't even say anything else. Like, I'm just geeking out about just the sheer amount of technique that has been poured into this.
Hello, I'm Scalwan Gabriel. I'm from Greece, and my AC called The Great Terran takes inspiration from the ancient Greek pottery art, those black and orange illustrations you see on craters. Creating the decals of the AC was the most difficult part, considering that I had to create well-detailed and balanced decals while working with different images and sizes. I think that my biggest enemy while making the AC was the decal limit, so I spent most of the time creating as many decals I could on one slot in order to save slots for more decals. Most of the time was spent adjusting the placement on top of the AC. I think I accomplished making some good looking decals, ancient Greek mythology, different stories, and try using only this kind of images. When I showed this AC to my friends, they asked me why did I use grey for base color of the AC, and I honestly don't know. It seemed well to me. Making the whole AC black, just like the craters art, seemed a little bit too much for me, so I kept the grey color. I don't think I could put anything else on the AC. It seemed pretty good. And about the weapons, I thought about using a sword, maybe something that could resemble the ancient Greek warriors, and didn't have many choices, so I think that was the best for this design. I like making designs for ACs that can stand out for themselves, and I think all these hours I spent for the AC were worth it. I'm proud with the outcome.
I wanted to thank you all for making Armature possible. I really enjoy making these videos and will still do fashion core contests run by Inhibit Progress monthly. To show my gratitude, here is every entry in this contest. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I'm starting recording now. Anything you say here can and will be used against I'm kidding.
All right, well then use it against me, bitch. See what happens. See what happens. I'll have my lawyers reach out to your lawyers.
No, I don't
And
have any
you
lawyers.
know what, Mobi? My dad could beat up your dad.